Okay, welcome to Slave Nation on the Beaten Path. We're here today with our special guest, Manifestation Paranormal. We have Charlene.
Hi.
And we have David over here.
Hello.
Have a seat, David. Join in, squish on in. And I met them over at our local public library.
Yes,
And you do paranormal investigations.
we do.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so how did you get started?
From experiences when I was young, and it's a learning. We every investigation we do, we take something from to help prove that there is life after death, and the life after death usually is from people that have either died tragically, or they don't know they're dead yet, or they have unfinished business. So our job is to go in and establish for a homeowner, it's usually for residences of people that are frightened because they don't know what's going on in their home. So we go in and we gather the evidence we can get, and we present the evidence we capture to the homeowner, and we empower them to take control of their home back. In other words, we help them gain the confidence to or what they don't know. So we present the evidence. They see there's nothing to be, and their choice is to either live with the entity, which in most times the entity is just lost. They're confused. They're sad. If people can live with the entity, then that's great for both of them. If they don't want to live with the entity in their home, then we will cleanse the home and get rid of the entity. So it's up to the homeowner.
Now, do you want to tell how you cleanse a home?
Yes, there's several ways you can cleanse a home. White sage, you burn it through every square inch of the home. You open every cupboard, under the beds. You do every square inch of the house, and we do this because, in theory, entities don't like that smell of the sage, and it will push them out of the house. This saging is done with a prayer. It depends on what prayer you prefer. I have one that I use constantly, Dave and I. But whatever prayer you want, you can say as you sage the home, and you ask the entity to leave, and you demand them to leave if you really don't want them there. You say, "Get out of my house. This is my house now. I want you out of here." It's like, usually.
Yeah.
There are stubborn ones, and the stubborn ones usually take not only saging but a medium to come in and talk with the entity and explain to them that they're no longer welcome here and it's not their home anymore. They gently help them cross over.
And you do have mediums working for you?
Yes, we have mediums working for us.
Okay. Well, I probably should have started with
Where's Dave?
Dave. Here, I'm going to put Dave. Dave, you come on over to this. They've all seen me before. They don't need to see me again. You have a seat right there. Yeah, poor Dave. And this is Dave. I probably should have asked you to state your, how they can get a hold of you, which I'll be putting up on the videos and when I do the cast and any information. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. This is Dave. We're the founders of Manifestation Paranormal team. We've both been at the field of paranormal for a combined 20 years. Yep. At least 20 years. What started you on it, Dave?
What got me into it was I had my first experience when I was 10 years old. I lived in the Philippines because that's where I'm from. So after my dad retired from the Air Force, I moved off base and ended up finding out we moved into a haunted house. My experiences that I had was I saw full body apparitions, I saw shadows, I heard voices, saw my toys going on and off, moving by themselves.
And it's frightening.
As an adult.
Well, I know. but children, their minds aren't closed yet to those possibilities, and children can actually see or entities in the house, and they can hear them clear as day. Whereas adults, we kind of close that part of our mind off, and we don't normally see them unless you're sensitive. A sensitive can see and hear entities, where and the experiences the entities have had is an empath. Dave's an empath. I'm an empath, and empaths can feel what the entities are feeling, and along with other people, living people. And everyone has their own gift they bring to the table in a team. Dave is a ghost magnet. If we can't get anything we can't get evidence as far as visual or audio, we throw him in a room and the ghost, because he has this calming persona, and he has light that surrounds him, and they love that. They love him. And,
Little girl in Poltergeist, how she,
well, yeah, kind of. She could see
yeah, and but they like her energy.
her energy. Yeah, she had that bright energy and energy. Yeah, I'm able to see auras somewhat, and he has a super bright light, and they come to that. They'll come to a bright light. So we put him in a room, and then we start getting evidence. So yeah. So what else would you like to know?
Well, okay, now you also have mediums
We have
that work
mediums.
with you, and
Yes.
so can you tell us the difference? Saying the empath you feel, what's the
Right.
difference between an empath and a medium, and if there's something like
Well, a medium can not only feel what an entity feels, but they can see what happened to the, and they can like, for example, we did an investigation in Beaverton at a movie theater. We were there several hours. We were contacted by an entity. His name was Jim. Wasn't it Jim?
Something like that.
Something like that. Anyway, he took our medium along with us because we could feel him, and he had all these emotions within this energy, and they like bounce off of you. He was happy to see us, for starters, because we were talking to him, and he had spent years roaming around at theater looking for someone to talk to him. We were there. We talked to him. He led us outside into a parking lot where he had murdered a young woman in the 70s. The young woman, so our medium was able to help the woman that was murdered cross over. Plus, we helped the young man. He was afraid to do that because he thought he was going to hell. So yeah, so God forgives everyone. So he crossed over, and everything was great then. We were happy, I mean, they were obviously happy. That's what a medium can do. They can pass to this entity, and that's how we help them.
which okay, when I saw you at the library, and I don't know why I should be surprised at this, but I was surprised that you were all spiritual God believers,
Oh,
God
yeah.
fearing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that generally typical among? I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I would just.
Generally, yeah, because without God, well, I mean, what are we? He created us, and He's the Almighty being. I mean, He protects us from attachments. Right? He's just with you, and He's with the entities too. They're just lost, they're confused, or they haven't finished business. That's where they're hanging out. And our job is to help them cross over. We're to help the living people understand what they're going through and give them empowerment. That's what our job is.
How long has your company been doing this?
This group, we've been at it 4 years,
Okay.
but we were in a group prior.
Oh, okay. Were you
So-
all together in that group or?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes.
Do you want to tell us about that or how you came over to your own group or skip over it?
Yeah, let's skip over it.
Okay. Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, when it always seems when you,
Yeah,
you
let's-
form something new, there was a little drama. So, okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, drama. We don't like drama. We're not going to deal with drama. Our group runs smoothly, and I like it that way.
Yeah. Well, I can tell at the library, it's a very
Mhm.
close-knit group. You
Yes.
all get along well and
Mhm.
which probably helps your investigations
Yes.
going better.
Yes.
How many investigations have you done?
Oh my. Throw out a number, Dave. 'Cause we
Too many to count.
a lot. We've done a lot. Our main objective is to help people in their homes, but we do go to haunted hotels, and we can validate to the owners of those hotels that this stuff really is happening because they get hearsay from clients or customers that have stayed there. So we
And staff
validate
also.
and staff. So we validate that this is true for them people. We won't do a cleansing unless they ask it.
Mhm.
It helps. Actually, it helps the dead, and that's what we're here for.
Okay, now your equipment. Do you want to talk about your equipment you use?
Go, Dave.
The electronics guy.
He knows all about that stuff.
I do.
You do. We have all kinds of stuff. List it off, Dave.
Well, we do have what is it, like probably 3 or 4 DVR systems.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of cameras.
Yeah.
Explain what they're for.
They're for helping us capture possible full body apparitions, shadows, also possible things moving like objects.
Objects moving on their own.
Uh,
Tell them about the chair.
Oh yeah.
the rocking chair.
Yes,
That
nice.
was the coolest thing ever.
Probably a couple months ago, we went down to Wolf Creek Inn,
in Oregon.
and we were went up. We were upstairs by the Jack London's room. It's
who stayed there for years. He'd go up there and stay 4 weeks at a time. So he had his own room. He had all his and
Well, could you tell us who Jack Lennings is for
Jack
the
London.
one?
Very
London.
famous writer. Yeah,
Oh, I thought you said Jack Lennings.
London.
Okay. No, now
He wrote Call the Wild. He wrote White Fang. He's a very famous writer.
Okay, well, when you said Lennings, I had no clue.
I'm
but-
sorry. I said London.
Yeah, Jack London. Okay, that makes more
Yeah.
sense. Okay.
And
so in his room, it's roped off, so nobody could be able to go inside of it. So I went walking by his room, and there's a rocking chair, and it was going off by itself.
talking back and forth, it was the coolest thing ever. It was. So of course we give our equipment and we're filming it. We're like, do it again, and he did it. Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have any of that video up on your
We do.
Facebook?
We do.
Okay. So Manifestation Paranormal is on Facebook.
On Facebook, yes.
Yeah, and we're gonna put
And all our contact information is on there as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but I will be I'll be putting your information on the video when I redo it.
Good. Thank you.
Of course.
And what else?
then also later around that time also, we were in the ballroom area.
Mhm.
We had another there was another rocking chair, and there was an old 1930s doll I used from one of the people that I know. So we were using that as a trigger object.
Mhm.
And so Here's a rocking chair going back and
No,
forth.
it was really going.
Oh,
It was really going. We were like, what the hell? Where's the camera? Setting up equipment. So we didn't have our DVR system running yet. So all we had was a phone to record it.
but the phones are
So-
great today.
So there's people that some people believe that it was a hoax because it wasn't on the DVR system recording, it was on our phones, but we're legitimate. I mean, we don't legitimate.
Well, there's someone who's
Yeah.
questioning it, and it's either you believe it. It's kind of like, God, you believe or you don't.
Well, we brought some EVPs for you guys to hear, if you would like to hear them. You can see videos and photographs we've captured evidence through that way on our page. But Dave brought some EVPs that we could play for you.
Love that.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah.
Yeah, but I would really one of the things I found so because we were talking about the equipment, is I really want you to tell them about this, how you use the Connect.
Oh, the
I just love that.
SLS camera. Yes, that's one of our favorite pieces of equipment. Explain it, Dave. Okay. Explain it, Dave. We just use them.
Yeah, we'll put you on the spot.
SLS is. Let's go. Okay. The SLS camera pretty much is just a laptop that's connected to a battery pack, and the battery pack and the tablet are connected to an Xbox camera. And as you use that piece of equipment, you can capture stick figures of entities, so you know where they're standing. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. And what else? We have.
And you did capture some in the library.
We did.
When
We
you were doing the
captured-
show.
We captured several in the library. That was pretty cool. We've captured. What else did we capture? It was at Wolf Creek, wasn't it? We got. Oh, and at Wildwood Hotel.
Yes.
Yes, they were so happy to see us there. The entities.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have on Facebook. We have a video of an entity child. Her name was Evelyn. We got that through VPs. Her name is Evelyn, and she just loved it. She was dancing.
Oh,
Because she was so happy that we were talking to her. That is,
so being a spirit must be terribly lonely.
yeah. Well, no, she has her brothers with her.
Oh.
And she lives with several entities still live in that hotel. One of which her name is Mary. She was one of my, I felt close to her because she's still sitting there waiting for her son. They took her son years and years ago because she refused to work in the brothel.
Oh,
So they took her son and gave him away. She's still sitting there waiting for her son. That's that.
it is very sad.
But she's still at the Wildwood. If you guys get a chance, go to the Wildwood Hotel.
Oh, they've heard about it plenty from me. Becky, we call her Vanilla Swirls on the show. We're always talking about Wildwood and how we go there. And Janelle, I tell Janelle all the time, she's world famous.
Oh yeah, it takes some cameras.
Yeah. Well, maybe you want to tell them where this Wolf Creek Hotel is located, because give Wolf Creek a plug too.
Oh yeah, Wolf Creek is in Wolf Creek, Oregon, and right down the road from Wolf Creek in is the ghost town Golden. We've been there twice, and we've captured a ton of evidence from that place. It's amazing. And you have, if you can, cool.
Oh, I know I have a question. Okay, have you like gone along any parts of the Oregon Trail? Because the Oregon Trail is.
No, just
Yeah.
Wildwood.
Well, I was just wondering because I wasn't. They did the Oregon with the wagon trains and stuff, and
right.
so I'm sure
That
there
would
was.
be amazing, but we're a nonprofit,
Yeah, so it's.
so we pay for everything ourselves. So
Yeah.
it gets kind of tough, but we still do it. But it's
Yeah.
just we're limited.
Yeah, well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Now, do you get donations or anything? Up where you can get donations and whenever.
No, we don't. if we did that, we would like to donate it to prevent child hunger. That would be nice to do.
Oh,
And if we had a donation button, that money would go to feeding the children.
Oh, so you wouldn't even take it for
No.
your paranormal things? Oh.
No,
Well, if you guys want to
because,
support,
during the summer, there's a lot of kids that don't get breakfast or lunch.
Mm.
And if we have programs to feed those kids and funding to feed those kids, wouldn't it be awesome?
yeah. Well, okay, I'm gonna plug. Woolmine and Sheridan are awesome. They have lunch programs.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Meredith or Katie told you. Meredith and Katie are the owners of Wildwood, but they over in the parks. It's like noon to 2. Any kid can come on over,
Oh, that's
and they
nice.
have lunch.
Yeah.
And I believe they have it going on here too at our.
Well, see, we could put money towards that program because it's gonna be tough on the city, and every little bit helps.
We do have great cities. I mean, everyone pulls together. You see how we got Wilmette 3,000 people there,
Yeah.
and that place was packed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
love that town.
yeah.
I do.
So okay, we're
Other pieces of equipment we have are
Recorders,
tons
voice.
of tons of recorders, digital cameras. We have full spectrum cameras. Your IRA, your blue IRA, is it the blue IRA that's standalone.
Lyra.
Oh, good, Dave.
Right now, I'm actually using one of our equipment also for our Facebook page, and it's called a PDA, and it's where we can build instead of using our own phones, we can to do like Facebook Live. We can just use that equipment to do Facebook Live for us, so we don't have to waste our batteries on our phone. And we also have a REVP. It's a new device we just got, and it's for doing EVP Live also.
Okay, what is
Voice phenomena.
Okay, because remember, all our listeners, you guys are the geniuses. We're just like the dummies trying to learn. So the electronic voice protector. Okay, I'm sorry, I interrupted. It's just we don't know these things.
And so for this device, we can ask a question, and then we'll leave a few seconds for like a spirit, like probably 40 seconds for a spirit to answer, and then we can listen to see if we got a response.
You can do an immediate review, which is cool because with regular digital recorders, you have to wait. You have to wait at least a half hour, and then you have to rewind it and listen to 30 minutes.
Oh.
Whereas this piece of equipment they've got, you can do immediate review. So it's cool. It saves us time.
Okay.
And if you hear an answer to your question, you can elaborate on that answer. Yeah, it's just easier that way.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We also you have millimeters.
And
millimeters
are
millimeters a piece of equipment that ranges or can gauge milligauss. Milligauss, Dave. Milligauss, Dave. You're the tech guy.
What's a milligauss?
Milligauss.
I don't know what a milligauss.
Oh.
Okay. A millimeter measures electromagnetic fields, which is gauged by milligauss. I don't know how else to explain it.
Is that the one you showed me where it showed like the lighting, like the end, like they put you had pointed it towards some people and you could see like the yellow, the green, if it was hot or cold or
No, that's a FLIR.
flare.
We
Okay.
have a FLIR which shows heat and cold fluctuations. If you see a temperature drop from say 70 degrees down to 60, you most likely have an entity standing there.
Okay.
And what else? Oh, I think you're also thinking of which one is it that has the? Oh, it's a spectrum.
Oh, okay.
The little guy that was hooked to the laptop. That's a spectrum.
Okay.
Yeah, and that too also shows fluctuations in temperature. And you can record that temperature fluctuation for further analysis to see if you see a shadow figure. That's what the different colors are for.
That's the one I saw, the different
Yeah,
colors.
you have blue, you have purple, you have yellow, and you have green. If it's really dark blue, it's a cold spot.
Okay.
So you go to that, you would start recording, do a recording session, or you just take a picture. Use the SLS camera we talked about with the stick figure. You just run over to that corner and you start investigating
Oh, wow.
in the hopes of capturing evidence and helping the entity. You have to help the entity instead. Help the entity and you help the living.
Yeah.
What other we have? K2 meters. K2 meters.
What's a
are,
K2? Okay. See, she's already.
We should have brought the equipment to
I know.
show. but
Is that the one with the little words?
No, that is
Okay.
that is called an obelisk.
Okay.
An obelisk is a device we use. Come on, Dave. An obelisk is a device we use that has thousands of words in a dictionary that sits inside this little box.
Mhm.
We will ask questions of the entity and they will pull answers out of that dictionary and it comes up on the speaker. So it just helps with communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's one because I have my radio talk show and it's in BDSM sex space. But mine, when the lady passed it to me, the words were steamy berry poem,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is I just
Uh-huh.
and that's
As you saw from the SLS camera, we had entities in that library. And they were watching and they were listening, so they most likely did pull those words out for you.
I mean that's what I thought. I mean because it's just
Mhm.
so random. It was just very interesting.
We have REM pods.
What's a REM pod?
Goes by static electricity,
Mhm.
and it's and if a spirit touches like the antenna,
Mhm.
it'll the colors, the lights will come out.
And it has an alarm sound. It goes,
Okay.
and
Is that the one that made Melissa's hair stand?
no.
Oh, okay.
No. What made her hair stand? I don't know.
I don't. There was some spirit or something she was talking about it, and her going up with the static, and then it go down, and then
Oh, that's cool.
there were-
No.
yeah.
Dang it, I didn't see that. Darn it.
Oh, well, ask her about it. I'm positive. It was her.
But yeah, the REM pod just if an entity just walks past it, because
Mhm.
we're all made of energy, and even entities are energy. So when they walk past that REM pod, it sets it off because the energy sets it off because that's what it's for. The same thing with the K2 meter. If an entity steps in front of that K2 meter, it's reading that entity's energy. So it could be yellow, green, orange, and red.
Yep.
And the stronger the energy force from the entity, it can go from all the way to red. And if it goes all the way to red, we're like, yes! Because they're standing right in front of you. So that's an indicator that they're standing right in front of you. And you can start talking to them and interacting with them in any way possible to help them.
How long does an really take?
Oh, hours. We typically like to stay overnight someplace so we can experience what the homeowner is experiencing. Because generally, an entity, they're smart. They're still smart. If they don't know you, they're not going to show themselves. Most likely. But how many times does that happen? So we leave cameras running all night and then we go through them the next week. You have like 12, 15 hours
Oh my gosh.
of audio and video to go through. So if you spend a night there, you're most likely going to experience what the homeowner is saying. And usually we do.
That's great.
So, but it still takes weeks to go through it. So it's not all fun. It takes weeks to go through all that evidence. Hence why I'm glad he's got that new EVP.
Oh
device.
yes, that's nice.
Yeah.
How long have you had that, and what like, is that what you brought recordings of?
No, we
Oh.
have we get it out, Dave. Because you have loaded up.
Okay.
We have EVPs from you get EVPs from almost every location.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because they want to talk. They want to tell their story. So we ask questions and they tell their story. And it's usually one word here and one word there because it takes a lot of energy for them to communicate. So we often let them use battery power. So all our equipment dies like quick because they'll use that energy from the batteries. I'll sometimes let them use my energy. You know, if I'm in the middle of a communication and it's deep and it's heavy, and I'm like, just use my energy because I want to get to the bottom of what's bothering them.
How bad does that tire you out?
Pretty bad. I mean, you can wind up with headaches, and you're just exhausted for days after. But it's worth it. It's worth it to help that energy or the entity to find its way to the light. Go to God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because who wants to roam around? I mean, and
Now, when you say entity, no, okay, because I'm just wondering if you're grouping because you said you've encountered
and
not so nice,
yeah.
really. So are they all once human?
Yes.
Okay, so even the bad ones were
Once
once
human.
human.
Yes.
Okay.
We plug this in.
Oh, absolutely.
So here we go.
Wait, am I getting it on my plate? All okay. There we go.
Generally, if you encounter a bad entity,
Yeah.
it's usually someone that was nasty in life, and they're nasty in death. So you just have to put them in their place.
Okay, so it's not an evil spirit. I mean,
Though those are so rare and few. I mean, the stuff they show on TV is
Right. Yeah, I don't watch that.
yeah. So we've encountered only 2 bad entities, and they weren't demonic. They were just, can I say assholes? They were assholes.
Yeah,
They
you
were
think that's
assholes.
on my show? You can say what? It's a sex show, but today it's a ghost show or entity show.
If you're an asshole in life, you're an asshole in death.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question. I'm sure everyone will want to know because the Ouija board.
Oh no, Ouija boards are big fat no.
Okay, that's what I've always said. My mother always
Yeah.
said, stay away. You're just inviting trouble.
You are inviting trouble because you're opening doors that you can't close.
Mhm.
I mean, when you're doing a Ouija, I've done it myself. When you're doing a Ouija session, you start by welcoming the spirits. Then you ask your questions, and then you're supposed to close that door. Sometimes that door does not close, and that's how some people have really bad hauntings, where you're getting scratched and you're getting ill. And I mean, we've had I was like, don't ever use a Ouija board because you don't know what you're doing, and you can be seriously affected.
Yeah.
Not only you, your whole family.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So don't play with Ouija boards.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, my girlfriend found one in her house when she moved in and stuff. I've always heard, don't throw them away. You can't throw them away. And I was like, well, I don't know anything about it, but you hear these rumors. You don't know if they're supers. We went. I'm like, well, we'll just go give it to a thrift shop or something. We probably hit a lead. Found someone who would
Nobody
take
wants-
it. Nobody wants them.
It's true because energies can hide inside that board. And if she found one in her house, I hope she cleansed her house after it left.
I don't think, we were very young then in our early 20s
yeah.
and probably not. I do is I haven't spoken to her for years, but part of it, but the last thing I heard is she kind of went off a rocker and schizophrenic or I don't know. I mean,
She could have had an attachment.
yeah, I don't know.
And attachments are when an entity, like the term, attaches to you.
Yeah.
They can make you ill. They can even make people do things they wouldn't normally do. So if you see someone or someone you know that's not acting like themselves, call someone. What can be removed.
No, Kitty, get down.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, attachments can be removed.
Yes, they can. Just by doing a personal cleansing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Now,
can,
okay, I'm gonna also ask too, drug use, like hardly, and people that are on meth and people who are on heroin.
they're just
It's
more susceptible to attachments
yeah,
because they're weakened.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
I would figure their mind's weakened.
Yeah, and their body.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can find out if a negative energy can find a weakness, it's going to use it. So just stay away from Ouija boards, and if you know anybody that's acting unlike themselves, call a medium, call paranormal team, call someone to help them get rid of that attachment.
Now, when I put your information up, because we're gonna have listeners, like I said, all over the world. Shout out, hi, in. She's an island. But we're going to, and then when this goes up to YouTube, we have listeners from over the world. Now, obviously, you're local to Oregon, and you do your research here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know other paranormal teams? Like, are you in or I don't know if you're
Well,
like on a network.
We did. There was a Salem group.
Mm-hmm.
They're no longer. I don't know why. So if anyone from any of those groups want to come with us, we're happy about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just wondering if like you can like, I like if you know someone like, oh, well, we correspond with someone over in Minnesota. So if someone from Minnesota contacted you and say, oh no, call them.
Yeah, we would do that, of course. Yeah.
Oh, so you do know other teams all over?
Well, I know one other team. They're not from Oregon, but we share through Facebook. Well,
Yeah.
we share stuff back and forth through Facebook.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, we're all in it to learn. I mean, you learn something new almost every case.
Okay, okay, I'm going to ask it then. What kind of stuff are you learning that,
Oh gosh, sorry, I explain it. You learn, first of all, every person you meet is different, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to a home and you're encounter, you have to kind of, I don't know how to feel out the people, because there's been a lot of crackheads. I mean, that wanted something to be there. You know what I mean?
Okay, not
they were
smokers.
No,
crack pots.
They were, yes, crack pots. Okay. They were making stuff up.
Oh.
In the hopes of it being true. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so we go there and we do interviews first for that reason. Because we had several.
Yeah.
And it's a big waste of our time. I mean, like I said, we're nonprofit.
Yeah. So
we're driving in these locations to help people, and they're scamming us. So we do interviews first.
Well, that's
and then we'll go back to the location because it's just so many weird people.
Yeah.
I know people think we're weird because of what we do, but we do it to help. Well, we're not of it other than knowledge. So I mean,
it's not like we're some of these other people that are asking for like tons of money from for our services. We don't do that.
No. And
well, I'm going to ask, what do you think? I know who's watched it, Vanilla Swirls for the listeners, has watched they have Ghost Hunters on television. What do you think of that show?
I like the show.
I
mean, a lot of it's drama.
Yeah.
Because we've been in the same locations, some of the same locations they have, and it's drama. But they have to. I mean, how else are you gonna get ratings?
Exactly.
I mean, they have to do what their director tells them. So I like watching it because I learned from it. I mean, techniques that other people use that you can learn from. I mean, yeah, you watch it and I learn. It's drama.
Yeah.
I mean, real investigations aren't that crazy.
I
I
was
mean,
just-
we all stay, we're calm.
Yeah,
What
I've
if we hear something, we run to it. But I mean, because what if? I mean, what if? I mean, it's always what if. But you want to learn and you want to capture as much evidence as you can to prove that these energies need help. I mean, they're not there to scare people.
Okay. Now the angry, have you ever had an angry energy that you just said, oh, I can't, you know what? I can see where people couldn't deal with you in life and I can't deal with you right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we had one investigation on, it was up Highway 58. They had two houses on the same property. We investigated one house and it wasn't too bad. We did the second house on the property and that was bad.
Yeah.
He was an asshole in life, he was an asshole in death.
And you did
I mean,
you,
he physically grabbed me, and you can feel that. And I thought I was going to be bruised from it. He grabbed me by the arm and he grabbed Melissa by the throat. He hated women. The history of the home was everyone that ever lived there, the male of the family became violent. So he was affecting all the men, all these people that lived there, just the men, and he made them violent, and that violence then was projected onto his family. So we were called in to get rid of that asshole.
were you successful?
Yes,
Oh, excellent.
yes, yes. He was a jerk, but obviously he was a jerk in life. He's a jerk in death, and he was just a tormentor. So yeah, I was happy to get rid of him.
And your best entity, or you don't call them ghosts, you call them entities.
Yeah.
Okay. It is okay. In our PC world, is ghost offensive to them now?
No,
Okay.
no. I mean, that's why they're called ghost adventurers or
Yeah.
ghost hunters, or.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, we call them but entities, more personalized. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so your favorite entity that you encountered? Favorite?
I don't know. Well, yeah, Mary.
Mary? Okay.
Yeah, 'cause she's so sad. I wanted to help her so bad. I couldn't find her son. We searched the web. We couldn't find her son. And
So that was recent.
yeah, that was at the Wildwood.
Yeah. Oh no, I meant would okay, well the brothel, so would her son, was there a possibility her son would still be alive?
We tried. I couldn't find him. So I felt like I let her down. My favorite, sweet. And we have EVPs of her.
Oh nice.
Yeah, she says her name. It's Mary. That's how we know it's Mary. He told us.
And you're gonna play some of those. Do I need to
Yes.
move the microphone? Are they low? Oh well, you can turn your volume up.
Yeah. Well, the microphone might be cool too, so they can hear it, because
Yeah.
EVPs aren't usually loud and clear.
Mhm.
They're more like a whisper.
Okay.
But a Class A EVP you can hear without headphones. And we have a lot of those.
Okay.
But generally, you have to wear headphones because they're whisper.
Okay. Well, when you're ready, I'll just move this over here and then
Well,
We'll
you're
blow
talking about Maria.
Mary.
It's Maria.
No, it was Mary.
This is the one we're playing. This one here is from the Wildwood Hotel, and I was setting up the recorders.
Yeah.
And I went over into this one area, and I'm not trying to rename it.
Oh.
And so here's what you'll hear. You'll hear a female voice. Play it again.
Mhm.
So I had to try to
Did
push
you hear
up the volume.
it? Female voice. Okay. Right there. You hear it?
Yeah.
That's a cluster.
And what were they? It was hard to make out.
Mm-hmm. It is hard sometimes, but play again, Dave. Let's see if we can.
You'll hear a spirit of a woman saying her name, Maria. Believe what you want.
Mary Maria, it just depends what country you're in.
Okay, play again. Did you hear it? Pretty clear.
Yeah.
Play another one. Did you guys hear that?
I heard it. It's hard to make out. Now, do you have audio things? Like you have things that'll
One
you
hand.
can enhance it.
Oh, come here, beautiful.
Yeah.
It's no. That's why we're happy he has that new recording device. Because you have to use headphones. Generally, when you do playback on a regular recorder, you just have to listen to 20 minutes usually.
20 minutes. And how many that could
Why
take?
you just on the older recorders, if you hit rewind, ending. But the newer recorders, you can just bump it and listen to the last few seconds.
And we want to give a shout out to his poetry, but that's fine. But you might find you learn something if you
Yeah.
just listen a little more.
Yeah,
So, but we're glad you're tuned in.
yeah. Thank you guys for joining us.
See what this
Good
one
little
here
baby.
is.
It's going off. It's going off.
Cindy needs me. You can need my voice.
It's going off.
It's like a whisper, right?
It's probably difficult for you guys to hear that, but there is a whisper underneath my voice. Hence why it takes days to listen. It takes days to go through all those recorders, and generally you have to wear headphones.
Okay, but you're also tuned to. I mean, since
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Anything you listen for anything that's out of the ordinary.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and plus, you know who were the people
The other
that were on the
voices are-
team.
that's
So
true, right.
it's
We know the other voices. That's right.
that's and I can tell them that you're right on it, because when I was talking to Melissa
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking, she nailed my life. I mean,
Yeah.
she read me to a
Mhm.
T, because she said, you know, you can feel everything's going good, 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 and then I'm slammed with chaos.
Yeah.
And that is just me.
And that's a medium.
Yeah.
Great.
So,
So we're working on it, guys. Please be patient.
and I know people say, oh, well, they give you know, like they'll say a little something, but anything,
Nothing. Yeah.
and she just nailed it.
Mhm.
And that's not something that would be specific to everyone because not everyone's life is like
Chaotic and common and chaotic.
yeah, and mine is constantly like that. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, and I was telling Becky too. So I'll give you a little thing. Like I went moving up here, and then I got the cancer, and I was
Yeah.
going through chemo, and then I'm like everything's going. Stuff doing my treatment. My son calls and I totaled your car, Mom.
Oh,
and,
jeez.
and then I was doing, and then I got the MRSA with it, and then I got, and I'm doing really well, and I'm, it's taking me a while getting my energy back, and I go to my cousin's wedding, I fall and I break my foot, and it just,
Yes, that's how life is. Huh?
yeah, it was just, I mean, but it's just like, and then wham, and it doesn't really bother me. I just learned it just cracks me up now. It's like, oh, MRSA, yeah, that's funny.
Oh, yeah. MRSA's a tough one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So it's,
I worked in a surgical area for 10 years. And MRSA's pretty common. It is.
you got to be really careful with that.
Yeah.
So working in your surgical area,
Mm-hmm.
how much? I'll just put this up here while we're doing it. In your surgical area, did you encounter a lot of entities there too? Was it?
Yeah. What was cool was there were several times, but one time in particular, the sink,
Mm-hmm.
and it felt like somebody just rubbed my lower back. I thought somebody was behind me. I turned around and there was no one there, and I was like, "That was pretty cool,"
Oh.
And I worked for Peace Health,
Mm-hmm.
and back in when it was the University District area, and the morgue was downstairs, and our department was downstairs. I was did sterile processing, sterilized instruments and stuff for surgeries, and you take the ORs, and so I've seen a lot of cool stuff
Yeah.
as far as surgeries go. But yeah, because the morgue was so close, it's constantly getting touched.
Oh wow. So I will ask you about something because I was with, Becky Vanilla Swirls, and we're driving, and I swerved my car. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm trying not to hit that guy on the bike." And she tells me, "There is no guy on the bike," and I'm like, "Well, I didn't hit him anyway."
Wow, you have vision.
Yeah, I just always thought it was because I'm a crazy person. So
No, don't disregard your gifts.
Mm.
You guys have gifts. Then enhance those gifts. Don't disregard them.
I mean, it was just so funny because she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm not trying not to hit the guy on the bike." So
Can you get it? I know when we were at the Ghost Town Golden, inside the old church there, we have a little girl. We come back. What happened? You set recorders in each room, and you leave. And then when you come back, I'm entering the room, blah blah blah. Anyway, we'd left the church and we came back in. This EVP of this little girl goes, "Hey, my friends are back." That clear.
Oh,
We were floored how clear that was.
how wonderful.
That was amazing. You see how difficult it is to capture EVPs because, like you said, you would have to know the other voices in the room in order to know if that's an EVP or not. But anybody can do it. Just get a digital recorder. You turn the volume all the way down to 0 and just set it anywhere in your home. Let it run. And then when you want to listen to it, turn the volume back up and you use headphones and just listen for anything that isn't normal for your home.
Okay, that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
And it's that easy. Recorder.
Yes, and when you want to record an EVP, you turn the volume all the way down.
Okay, now you can't do that on your phone.
No,
Okay.
no, it won't work on your phone.
Okay, well, we want to be clear
Yeah.
because, you know,
People have digital phones, yeah.
yeah, and then, well,
But-
everyone will be getting the app, digital recorder.
No, it's not an app. You can go buy one at any store. If you feel like there's something in your home, just go get a recorder, turn the volume down, set it down all night if you want,
Mhm.
and then turn the volume back up, and then put your headphones on and listen.
It's gonna be loud.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be loud. It's there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell Nancy you want to talk to us.
That was very faint. Didn't really hear it.
So, anyway, you know how to do an EVP now.
Yes.
Yeah, you should try it. It's for you, just something bothering you. Try recording it.
Yeah, only he's got to go. Go.
Yeah, our friend Deborah here has something bothering her. And if you want me to get rid of him, I will.
Yeah, you gotta go. Just, do you feel it at all?
No, I don't. Maybe attached to you. So I thought I got him off your ass.
Well, I don't. I've been pretty much okay. I've slept
Mm-hmm.
fairly well. Yeah, usually
Good.
I'm up all night long. So, well, I have weak bladder, but usually I'm up, you know, between anyway too.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Can they ask questions?
They can ask questions. I'm gonna check and see if any questions have been sent in,
Yeah.
but I'll see if so. I don't have them. Let me see. I think I have them. Oops, stop that. Oh, okay, Emma's typing a question for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's listening. Do you have any questions?
Hi, Emma. Nice to meet you.
Excuse me, I'm gonna get that dog. She should be.
Do you have any questions?
She should. Come on. No, go.
You can ask anything you want, Emma.
Go.
Oh,
There we
thank you.
Okay, wait, what is she saying?
It's nice to meet you too.
Lucy, get over here now. Go, get going.
Do you have any questions at all you'd like answered?
Okay. Have anything?
Can you perform exorcisms? No, we will not perform exorcisms. We're not qualified. We're not qualified to perform an exorcism. We would, however, contact a priest to do that for someone.
Mhm,
Yeah, I wouldn't take on something I know I can't do.
mhm.
So,
Now, are priests really the only ones that can do exorcisms?
no, I mean, you can get a shaman. A shaman can perform exorcisms. A pastor can do it. It's just a matter of what you prefer. I
Oh,
guess.
okay.
But if you're possessed,
Mhm.
and people have been, a priest, I would recommend a priest. Yes, a priest. Yeah.
Now,
Or powerful.
What is a shaman?
They're Indian,
Oh, okay.
in Indian descent, but oh my gosh, they are so powerful. They're capable of just as much, if not more, than a priest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Any more questions, Emma? So nice to talk to you.
I know Emma's from Ireland. She's our little Irish lass.
Oh, nice to meet you, Ireland. I want to go there so bad.
No.
I do. My family's from Ireland.
Oh.
My my great grandparents.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you this
Yeah.
for her. Do you know what little town they're from or
Belfast.
Belfast? Okay.
Yep.
Well, I was just wondering because
Yep.
I tried to explain this to Emma. She always says, everyone says they're Irish, but they don't even know where they come from. And I said, that's because Americans assimilated here and they came here and they don't really care.
Oh, I would love to come there.
I'm not just a.
Woo, boy. Yeah, and I'd like to, you got, can I stay at your house, Emma?
Yeah. Oh, Emma's telling us there's lots of spirits there.
And not just the whiskey.
Yeah.
So we could drink the whiskey and hunt the spirits. Are you up for that, Emma?
Oh, she's up for it. Yeah, she's up for it. Yeah, she's a hoot.
I like her.
Oh yes, she's great.
Run up to my water.
Oh, okay, we're getting.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll see if she wants to join our call. So okay, so there's getting more things. Let's see. Now I'm wondering if our friend here, his poetry, you're calling it fake news, and we're good with that, but perhaps you have a question other than a comment. Or I think he left. So we'll get it posted later. So we're going to be getting some more. Oh, her audio.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So. Okay.
Anybody have any more questions for us?
I'm to see if she gets any. See if you have more questions. Okay, so we know you started about 4 years ago. You can be found on
Facebook.
Facebook and
Am I?
Rock On.
Rock on!
Yeah, can be found on Facebook. You do it nonprofit, then they'll get a hold of you
Yes.
if they need anything, and then you can guide them to what to do if you can't travel to them.
Right.
If you have any ghosts in Ireland or England or France or anything,
Oh,
you could always fly them over.
Or you're more than welcome
Yeah.
to share on our Facebook page. You can post anything you want. We'll be delighted
Mm-hmm.
if you would post, like if you have photographs or experiences, please post them.
Oh, she's saying it sounds like the spirits in her laptop.
You have what? Samhain? What's that?
Oh, it's
Oh, Spirit Divine.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll have to write to them about that.
What? I want to know about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Heck yeah. Go on your Facebook page, Emma, and post anything you want.
Sam Hain.
Huh. What? Oh, it's a pagan festival.
Oh, nice.
It would be fun to go to
Oh.
one. Wouldn't it?
It would. So okay, have you done any ghost hunting here in Sheridan?
No.
Just Willamina.
Yes.
And you were telling us it's hopping with.
Oh, yes. Well, mine is just infested. Wait, I mean, in a good way. We went to the campus over in Willamina. How many spirits are in that campus? And our personal experience there, evidence of it, but my personal experience was we had laid down to sleep. It was probably 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and we laid down and we were sleeping in the auditorium. Like I said, we stay overnight in locations. And we were sleeping in the auditorium, and myself and my daughter-in-law, Sarah, we woke up to the sounds of people walking in the hallways. We heard talking, lockers opening and closing, and we were worried because all our equipment was still set up
Oh, yes.
out in the hallways. So we jump up and we went out in the hallway, and there's no one there. Totally freaked me out. I mean, it was cool, but it totally freaked me
Yeah.
out because it woke me up. It was so loud.
Oh, wow.
You get people talking. There was lockers opening and closing. It was crazy, crazy loud. So we get up and there's nothing there. I was like, dang, that was cool. But, I can't prove it because it was personal.
Yeah.
So if you guys have personal experiences, please.
Okay, I have more questions because I'll have questions. Now, I'm sure you've heard of that haunted doll.
Oh, Annabelle?
Yeah, Annabelle.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do objects really get haunted? Are there
Yes.
and spirits attach themselves
Yes.
to objects?
Yes.
So, have you
Absolutely.
encountered them?
Yes. One place in apartment I
Mhm.
went to. Well, I'm not going to say where names because
Personal.
it's private and it's confidential. But yeah, we have. Yeah,
Okay.
it's crazy, and you can feel that energy when you touch it, that object. But yeah, you can. Generally, you can't get rid of that attachment.
Yeah.
To get rid of that piece of furniture is your best bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you ever do any antiquing and then like you can feel it when
I
you're in
love
the shops?
antiquing.
Oh, me too.
Yes, I love antiquing. My mine had gotten a folding mirror
Mhm.
from some shop. I don't know where. But as soon as you walk near that mirror, you can feel that energy coming off that mirror. And so I touched it. And I saw the woman who's attached to that mirror. She's so sad. So sad. And I told him, the energy's going to affect you. It's emanating. So your best bet is to either seal it, so you can seal objects to keep that energy inside so it doesn't of the object.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then you seal it, get rid of it.
Okay, how would you seal an object?
Binding.
Binding. Okay,
Binding is you. The last thing we found was a mirror, and because it had really bad energy in it, we covered the surface with holy oil salt to seal it in, so it couldn't come out. And then we wrapped it in cloth and bound it with tie, and then we disposed of it.
where do you get holy oil salt? I mean,
holy oil and salt.
oh, okay.
Yeah, they seal the energy in. The same if you want to seal a home.
Mhm.
After you've cleansed the home, you can seal them so nothing can come back in the same manner.
I have a video.
You have a video?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just turn it around.
turn around. Okay,
This is from Wolf Creek
Oh,
when
yes.
we're doing the going upstairs and the meters are going off.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
okay, so you could just show it on there. We're going to show you the video.
Move it a little closer. Come in just closer. Yeah, I don't know if they can see that. Where do you want it? Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second. Maybe if I turn this light off.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
Does that help?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, okay, I'm just going to run to the bathroom.
So what you're gonna see in this video is I go there and I'm going to go get a meter. Well, when I go up, I'll be going up the stairs and you'll see the meters going up. One of the meters going off. So
Focus on the picture on your. This would be your right.
Well, either one of them because they're both.
You see the meter?
This right here is going off like crazy.
See how it goes all the way to red? It's an indication of a spirit standing there.
They're making us repeat them up and down, up and down, up and down. This device right here, I have in my head. What's going on when I was going upstairs? You want to explain what that device is? It's
Okay.
it goes off by static electricity. Lighting up, gorgeous.
So that's just showing you what a K2 does. K2 meter. Yeah, Jack's room. This is Jack's room.
Are you able to see that ghost?
No, we were showing how the K2 meter works.
That's right, this he brought in. That's his wash basin and
Can't really see it.
table. The books here, the books that he wrote.
Anyway, that was what we were talking about, the rocking chair rocking back and forth in Jack London's room at Wolf Creek Inn
In Wolf Creek,
in Wolf Creek.
Oregon. And if you guys want to go see that, are they still an open hotel?
Yeah, you can actually reserve rooms and they're relatively inexpensive, believe it or not,
Oh, really?
for being such a
Haunted place?
well, it's not really,
Well,
well, it's
um,
been around since the late 1800s. It's not.
so what are the rooms run? Just for the curious that are.
Maybe like $60.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it cost us. Well, I paid $120 for 2 rooms, or that was for a room for 2 nights. So it was, and we had the room next to Jack London's room, just because it was next to Jack London's room.
Yeah.
And there's a room called the Clark, where Clark Gable stayed.
Oh my gosh! I love.
Yeah, he stayed with his wife in that room every time they came up, and they came up quite a bit apparently to escape the light of
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the Clark Gable room and Jack London room, and those are the 2 famous rooms. And yes, they're both active
Oh.
as paranormal active rooms. So if you ever get the chance,
So Clark Gable was there too.
yes.
That was so bored.
Yeah. Yeah. He was.
And I have Emma in here, so that's why I'm not ignoring you.
Oh, no.
I have her on Skype, so. So she's.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever encountered a spirit you were scared of?
Yes.
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 That you were. She might have missed it. The one in that 2 house. Any others?
Yeah. At first you're frightened.
Mhm.
Because you frightened me.
Yeah.
So I kind of lost it on him. This was an entity that didn't like women, and he thought he could bully me. So I pushed back.
How do you do the pushing back? I'm just.
I said a lot of curse words, and Dave remembers. I got really, really mad because first of all he grabbed Melissa by the throat, and then he grabbed me, and I was mad. I was so mad. He let go of me. He let go.
Oh.
I said, "You son of a bitch."
Now, are there many of those? Or are they generally?
Oh, they're rare. Really rare. Yeah.
Because there's so many jerky people in the world.
There is a lot of jerky people. That's true. That's true. This guy was particularly nasty. Yeah. Only other bad experience I had was, it happened again in Oregon.
Oh, Oregon, wow.
It was up near Lapine though. It was that eastern Oregon. It was bad. In this house, and yeah, it had slammed the cabinet door on my hand so hard. I was putting dishes in the cupboard, and I had my hand up, and it slammed the cupboard so hard it broke all my fingernails.
Oh
Mhm.
my gosh.
It hurt really, really bad. And then go to the bathroom, close the door, and the door vibrates on its hinges. Yeah, it was a crap. It was an awful spirit. It was awful.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, we didn't stay there very long.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Okay. So, Emma's absolutely in the Halloween spirit. Have you ever had a spirit follow you that you didn't want? And she said, "Oh my God," to your slamming door.
No.
No.
Only because we put up those boundaries
Mhm.
with the light of God. And before we leave the location, we always say, no one is allowed to come with us. Yeah, and you're firm about it. Says you don't want them following you home.
Yeah.
Good or bad, you don't want them following you home.
Perhaps you can tell how you set the boundaries because, like, with Melissa, Melissa is the medium on your team.
Yeah.
Do you have more than one medium?
Yes.
Okay.
We have Grace.
Yeah.
As well. She's really good.
Okay. So she was talking about how they'll pester her
Yes.
all the time, just
Yes.
constantly going through her. And so, do you want to tell them how you draw your boundaries? How, like, even with the mediums, you say,
Everybody has something different. I personally I visualize a brick wall between me and them, and they're not allowed to cross through. And I don't know what Dave does, but we say prayers before we go in, and we say prayer when we leave, and we demand that they stay where they are. They're not allowed to follow.
Good.
So yeah, a protection measure.
I'm going to let them know with Melissa. Melissa's their medium, and I guess the spirits talk to her that are constantly. And I guess she's always open, but when they'll come to her when she's trying to sleep, I believe she said, and she's like, it's her rest time, so she has a thing, and she just tells them, pretty much business is closed.
Yeah.
Closed for the day, and then
Yep.
she opens up when the morning starts again.
Yep, she has a really good way of closing herself off to it. She'll open herself up to a location, and then she deals with it, and then she has a good way of closing it back off. So, and especially now she's hasn't been very well, healthy.
Yes.
So she's doing pretty good with it. I'm worried for her, but she's got it covered.
Yeah, she's a really,
Yeah.
really sweet person.
She is. She is.
Isn't that fun?
She knows how to protect herself.
Yeah, smart.
And we surround each other and with love, and nothing bad's gonna enter that.
Yep.
Mhm.
There has actually been one time when I have had something follow me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
and it was like in probably around, and I was with another group,
Mhm.
and we went to a cemetery, and we ended up me and this is when I was first meeting Tia,
Oh, yeah.
and came back to my house, and I was playing with the K2 meter, and the kid was going off like crazy. So we're asking questions and finding out it was a Native American
Oh.
that followed. He became attached to me because he saw how open I was to the paranormal,
How bright. you
and
are.
so he ended up. And to this day, he's actually one of my spirit guides.
Mhm. Everybody has a spirit guide.
Can you tell about spirit guides?
Yeah, they protect you. Spirit guides protect you from bad things happening. Everybody has one. You just gotta open yourself to them. I don't know how to explain spirit guide. Just, everybody has one. Well, Native Americans believe they have a spirit guide in animal form, animals, and other people just think it's a person that they lost, or everybody has
Like a
one.
guardian angel?
Yeah, spirit guide.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, same thing. Mhm. What do you got?
Do we need to move the microphone?
These are from the Jack London room.
Oh, okay. Is it videos or audios?
Audio.
Okay. So,
And this is the, because remember the REM pod was going off so many
Mhm.
times.
Mhm.
So these are EVPs of like the REM pod going off.
what's a REM pod?
It's the one that it senses electromagnetic
Okay.
energy. So, and we're all made of energy. So if a spirit walks by it, that spirit's energy will set it off.
Okay.
It's cool. He's touching it. That's why this is so
Oh.
important that Jack London's actually touching it. So when he touched it, it went off and then he let go. It stopped. And he touches it again and it goes off again.
Oh. Have you ever had anyone do Morse code through it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
clever.
We did light because it has 4 different colored lights. And we said, light up just one light and they can light up a lot. When it said, light up 2 lights, and we went all the way around the floor.
Oh,
And it was on command. So that's an intelligent spirit. You have intelligent spirits, and you have what's the other one?
Residual.
Residual spirits.
okay. What are the residuals?
The residual energies are somebody's energy that's left over in a place.
Okay.
So I'll say, say something taps on the wall at 3 o'clock every single day at 3 o'clock.
Mhm.
That's residual. Or you hear, I don't know, little noises,
Mhm.
but they happen at the exact same time every day. That's a residual haunting. When you have intelligent hauntings is when you actually have the spirit form there, and they can talk to you, which is what
Okay.
Jack London did by using that REM pod. He was touched it and walked away, touched it and walked away.
Oh, well, okay. So, okay, I want to make sure I'm clear on the residual. The residual, the entity is not actually there. It's just leftover energy.
Energy, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a ton of residual hauntings.
How do you know? Can you get rid of those residuals?
Yes. He's looking.
So it's like you need like a speaker.
Yeah. Should have brought that, huh?
Should have brought mine.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh, let me see. Let me see if we can turn the. Do you have a port thing? We can turn the speakers on here. Maybe get it louder.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Let's see. Let me see. I can figure this out. I can do. Oh, see now I'm getting feedback a little. Let's see. Okay, here I can give you the speaker and see if it comes out there. There.
Yeah, David sing twice.
I can also probably turn up my volume more over here. There we go. We can turn that up more there. Oops. There we go. If you want to play that again.
Did you hear it?
Yes, David.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty crazy when a spirit's not your name.
Yeah. How do they do that?
We introduce
Oh,
ourselves,
okay.
but there was one time the spirit called in by first and last name. We never used last names.
How would they know?
I know, that was creepy. Yeah.
Would that be something that would have been following him or?
No. You remember that? First and last name. That was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I was at the the house
Oh yeah.
when for the interview when me and Melissa were doing
It was
that.
at one of the houses that
Oh.
the house on 58 that had that asshole.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
What, is that me?
Mine.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what? I find it so funny to these days. Something goes off and everyone's looking. That's just the speaker.
It's all bullshit. It's all fake. Nation.
Oh, yes.
Daydreaming Disneyland magic hopefuls.
Yeah. Well, that's, I give a
Those
shout
are
out to them.
fake news. It says fake, 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 fake. Well, I invite you to an investigation.
Yes, well,
That's all I
I
can
told
say.
them, if you had any questions, I gave them a shout. That's when I was giving my shout out.
I will definitely would like to take him on one.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, because then he will see that it's not fake and it's not lame.
Which that offer open to anyone that thinks
Yes.
it's fake and lame?
It is open.
Excellent. Then we'll
I'm just doing the permission slip, which I need.
Sorry.
okay.
So this is one of them that's a rare EVP because it's saying my first and last name.
Okay, and we're gonna let everyone know it's gonna be coming in hot, which means loud,
Yeah.
so they can hear it.
So you can be a bunch of like a couple of women's voices, and then you're gonna hear like a chime, and then you hear a pause, and then you hear a.
Okay, and Daddy just went over to, the Reverend Devil Layton.
That's an EVP.
That is a Class A EVP.
Layton.
Yeah.
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
It's just like a whispering.
Yep.
Dave.
But then actually, if you go into the next, if you did listen to it, it's not just one time. There's also another spirit right after that's saying the same thing.
Okay.
I remember when I first heard it, I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Because I have, as I said, I have a lot of friends who are part of the paranormal world.
Mhm.
So I was asking them the question, how rare is it to hear your first and last name? Then they told me it's very, very rare unless they know who you are. I've never been to that place, ever.
So how do you explain that? I mean, just how?
Because every time I introduce myself, I never say my last name.
Mhm.
I just say my first name.
Yeah. So how would you explain them knowing your last name? I mean, So you don't think it was one that was following you?
It could have been, but at the same time, we don't know who it is.
Does that creep you out any?
It satisfies me, to be honest, because I love because if you because out of everything, I'm the guy that goes through all the recordings,
Mhm.
that listens to everything, and majority of the time, my name is always being said.
Oh.
Because when we were going over the ones from the Wildwood Hotel,
Mhm.
I for one recorder I caught 125 Class A EVPs, and out of
And
all
a
those
lot.
EVPs, 8 times my name came up,
Oh my gosh.
and one time my first.
That's
Wow.
that bright light.
And all those people, the people who are saying my name, were all female.
Oh.
We were teasing him because it's a brothel.
Yeah.
Because it's a brothel.
Oh, was it a brothel?
It was a brothel.
Nice.
At one time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, now the brothels, you must get a lot of really sad spirits too, because
Yeah.
we did a show on Slave Nation before on prostitution and financial domination, but it mainly was focused around the prostitution, and it was a hard
Horrible,
life for
yeah.
those girls, and they
Mhm.
were just it was just, I mean, I think it was the lifespan after when they, during the Wild West times and stuff, we kind of focused on that time era, but their lifespan from the time they started was 3 to 4 years before disease
Yep.
killed them.
Yep.
Because they had the condoms, but they were so highly expensive, and then they would wash them in like milk and stuff. It was really crazy, and really, like, they would talk about, they would go to these gold mines, and it would be like they had these cribs, which were small houses they could rent, where they would keep most of their money.
Yeah.
But literally, they would line up, and you would have, like, we open our door and we go down the block and around the corner, and it was like in and out, and they would just, and it was just,
It's sad.
it was very, very hard.
Mhm.
But some of the women were very smart, and they actually, we did on one woman that she started as the prostitute after night, and then she managed to work her way to a madam and run a really nice house. And then the girls were treated well, and it was a upper class, so they had better clients.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was very hard life. So can you say anything about you being contacted by any of your prostitutes? Emma loves the prostitutes too.
I like you, Emma.
Yeah, she is.
Anyway, no, we didn't get anything like as far as being. We just ask names and why they're here still, and what can we do to help you. I mean, we ask questions like that. We don't ask them, were you a prostitute? I mean,
Oh, yeah. Sure.
we really, really strive to be respectful to the spirits, and because they deserve that.
Well,
and
My personal opinion is prostitution is not undignified, because these women did what they had to do. They took
To
what they
survive.
had
to survive.
that was
Yeah.
theirs to sell.
Right.
Yeah.
To survive.
Mhm.
Yeah. But no, we didn't ask stuff like that. But we did. We did have. We play era music. So we always what era the building is. We take
Mhm.
music of that era, and we play that music, and it stimulates them. And they're dancing, and and we only know that because of the SLS. You could see the stick figures. They were dancing.
Oh, nice.
They're enjoying that music and having that communication with someone living. Yeah, and it was cool.
Okay, another question just popped in my head. Okay, so you're saying the spirits are the people that have unfinished business. There's something that's keeping them from passing. Now, have you ever like gone to hospice or something where the people are on the death's door or whatever, and you notice that there could be a problem with them passing over to where they're supposed to be and remaining, and help them with that? Am I making my
No,
question clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
are. But no. The hospice nurses for
Mhm.
they're. I mean, I know people that do that work, and they're amazing. They help these people to let go,
Mhm.
so they can pass.
But have you ever encountered just anyone they're going to be struggling getting to that other side or
I
anything?
haven't. No,
Mm.
I haven't.
Is that something that can be done, or do you know anyone who's done that? Or is that just like a bizarre question?
No, it's a good question. I don't know anyone that's ever done that. All I know is the hospice nurses. They're so amazing in what they do. I mean, it's got to be so emotionally
Draining.
draining
Oh, yeah.
to do that kind of work, but they do it with love. You know, they help these people accept death, and they help them to go peacefully. So I don't think.
It also
Yeah.
has to be very satisfying that you help these people be comfortable at their,
Yeah,
because, you know, when you're at death's door, it is very painful as well. And
yeah, and frightening.
well, actually, it's well, I don't. This was my experience because when I had that MRSA, I was in the ICU and I was like, my blood pressure on the top was 60. That's all I remember because I was
Wow.
had a really big. So I was pretty close to because I asked
Yeah.
the nurse, "Am I dying?" And she says, "Well, you got good." You know, when they can't say, "Oh, you know, you're going to be fine," but when they
Yeah.
come up with, "You have some issues," so I get off there, cat. I remember that, and it was like, and a couple times during that period, I just knew it. But it was, for me, it wasn't scary. It was just like, oh, okay, you know, it's either this or that. You know, it was,
Some people don't want to go. You know, some people aren't ready, and they don't really have a choice
yeah.
in that. So yeah, it's gotta be hard.
Yeah, I can't say I was ready, but, you know, I was too tired to care.
Yeah. Yeah. So what you got? What time is it?
Oh, let's see.
We have evidence to take to City Hall.
Oh, it's 3:02.
Okay.
It's 3:02.
So I'll show this one. It's a EVP,
Uh-huh.
and we were doing a mercantile,
Okay.
and like a woman's voice, and then you'll hear a child.
Okay, and so this is audio, not video.
Yes.
Okay. So oh, we're all plugged in now. We're good. Okay.
Okay, that one should be on this strip over here. We have to go around set. Okay.
Make sure we don't do the DVR.
Okay.
Make sure we don't do the DVR.
The okay?
Is it cute?
Yes.
Set. Okay.
Make
It's
sure we don't
saying
do
the
the
voice,
DVR.
the little boy was saying, "Hold me."
Oh, I thought he was saying okay, okay. Oh,
It's so clear.
yeah, that was very clear, but you could tell it was not.
Play it for a moment.
Set. Okay.
Make sure we don't do the DVR.
Set. Okay.
Make sure we don't do the DVR.
Okay, that one should be on.
It's like that little girl that had passed away at Wolf Creek,
Mhm.
and she had fallen down the servant's stairwell and broke her neck. She's still there. And she's the one that was playing with the baby doll in the rocking chair.
Oh,
And we do a thing on every case where EVP session. I ask the questions and he wears headphones and we use this SPS 7 spirit box.
Mhm.
And this little girl, first of all, we were sitting in the ladies' parlor
Mhm.
and there was, she said, go. The little girl said, go. You gotta go. And then she said, David. And she said, leave. And it was David. She had to leave because he's in the ladies' parlor. He's supposed to be in the ladies'
gosh,
parlor.
yes.
And then she said, she wanted me to stay. And I told her I can't stay. I said, I have family to go home to. I said, but and she said again, please stay. That's just heart wrenching.
Oh,
It is. Because, you know, I wanted to stay with her. I did.
yeah.
But, you know, I wanted to take her with me.
Yeah.
But you can't do that either. And she kept saying that he was black. She said he was black. And I said, who is black? And she goes, I'm thinking it wasn't an accident. She kept saying he was black.
Oh, so you think he
Somebody-
was murdered?
She was,
Oh,
I don't know. I can't prove it. I mean, it's
well,
just that-
yeah.
But it's so sad when you hear a child like, oh, hold me,
Yeah.
it's sad. Such a,
Now, have you been successful helping children go over, or do they generally resist?
we haven't tried it with a child. I mean, I didn't, but that little girl's been there for 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad.
Is there a reason you don't try it with children?
No, okay, that's a good, I don't know.
I mean, it just seems to me it'd be better to grow up with God
With their
and
mommy and daddy, yeah.
and just
It's a good question. I don't know.
if you find the answer, could you let me know? I
Well,
have a
it
past
was-
on.
Again, that's it's a hotel
Mhm.
and it's not our place.
Oh, okay, because
I
they don't
mean-
ask you to remove the spirit.
They wanted validation,
Mm.
and so we've given validation, and in residences we'll help them cross because most disturbances, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
In your house, you don't want that.
yeah.
I mean, unless you're cool with it. I mean, my house is fine and I'm cool with it. Well, except for one entity that we got rid of, but I had a child still in my house. I'm good with it.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Huh?
I'm not good with it. Go
Oh,
away.
no, I'm good with it because the child, he's only like 10. And he just wants to hang out. And the woman, her name is, yeah, that's where I got the name. The woman that's living in my house upstairs, and she's just the sweetest thing ever. So, no, I'll leave him alone.
Okay. Oh, there we go. So,
We've done.
yeah,
You
I
got
was
more?
I just want to know if there's anything else you want anyone to know, and to again information out, and then of course I'm going to be posting it on the video.
Oh, anybody would like to go on an investigation and you're local, you're more than welcome to find out firsthand.
Yeah.
Because you really, it's hard to believe unless you've actually witnessed it.
Mm-hmm.
And go on our Facebook page and see the evidence we've gathered. And please give your feedback. And if you have something to share, please do so.
Yes, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you, Dad.
And it's so good to see you again. I just want
Well,
to talking to you.
hey, Emma, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, and I'm going to be playing this over again because we're having Halloween specials, and
Oh.
so we'll be playing it. I'll be playing it throughout the week till Halloween,
Oh,
and then of course we're posting it on our YouTube and everything. So,
thank
and
you,
then
Dad.
I'll send you links
Okay,
and everything.
thank
Okay,
you, Dad.
thank you too. Anything else you want? Any other information you think is important to give out?
No, if they have further questions, they can contact us.
Okay, then I'm going to sign
Or
off.
contact you.
Yeah,
And you can contact us.
absolutely. I want to thank you so much for coming on. Thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you. His poetry, you got the invitation.
Yeah.
You don't have to believe it. You can open up a little and think
Yeah,
on it.
You're more than welcome to
Have a
join us.
good night, everyone. Let me end my. And that's going to go up originally. Let me see. Oh, Mike, stop. There we go. So that'll go up. So you're going to see if you recorded anything here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Let's
nice.
try it, no?
Nice, nice. That's mine.
It's mine.
Oh, okay. I will. I will.
Been to the Lafayette one? I heard that pretty good.
The cemetery has the Lafayette witch.
Oh, that one in Pleasant Hill, and it was pretty dang cool. If you go there at dusk, just as the sun is going to the horizon, and you start snapping pictures with the digital, you can see spirits rising from the grave.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Rising from it?
Yeah, they're coming out of the ground.
Wow.
Super cool. You should go try it.
Don't forget your kitty cat.
No, yes, I want that kitty cat. They really have her?
Yeah. Wait, you don't have to move that.
Oh, where was it?
Oh, this
Yeah,
one,
well-
this one goes here.
We'll
Oh,
move
okay.
it.
Don't work. Now, are you sure you don't want anything, a drink to go or something,
I
David?
have water. David, if you want some.
David?
Nope.
You sure?
Can I
Because we
really
got
have
to
her?
go. Yes, you can have them both. You don't know anyone else that wants a cat? You can drop them off on the doorstep.
No. Can you really? So
Yes.
sweet.
All yours.
My husband's gonna kill me.
Don't tell them where we live.
Unless he wants another cat.
Thank you, Dad.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Stay in touch, okay?
Oh, absolutely. I will. I'm already hooked up on your Facebook.
Whereabouts you guys located?
Where Eugene area?
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm. Just come visit.
Oh, I will. Absolutely.
My kids just moved out, so I got 2 spare rooms
Oh,
upstairs.
I would love that. Absolutely.
You can let my ghost buggy at night.
Okay.
Hey, oh, you guys have order for me, Nate.
Well, drive careful.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. One down, one to go.
Hey, is your brother paying for these parts for your car?
I'm not sure, but I'll have money next week anyway. He's supposed to call me with
Well,
something.
since they didn't want any donuts, can I have some?
Yeah.
Yes. It's about $100 for all
Yeah.
3 things.
Well, he's supposed to be giving me some money, but that's like to get through the weekend. But then I get paid on the first too.
And I broke something on your car, so
What did you break?
I don't know what it's
You
called.
don't want to come out.
Okay,
What was that?
The car ran right to your door.
really?
Yeah.
What happened?
She jumped on the car and ran right to your front door.
Oh, well, you want a box?
Oh, seriously,
Yeah, I'll give you a box for her.
poor baby.
You took her, you can't bring her back.
Oh, shaking.
Oh, she'll be fine.
Yeah, you took her off the property.
Well, she's still in the driveway.
Oh, well, your car's on the other property though.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh, that's cute. Okay. We got. Okay. Here we go. Oh, you can come in.
I don't know, she's still out there.
What broke?
I don't remember the name of the part,
Okay.
but I ordered it, it should be here tomorrow,
Okay.
maybe tonight. I got the other parts ordered at AutoZone,
Oh,
but I don't have the money to pay for it, so.
okay, well, it'll be a couple days. We'll get it done. Come on, kids. Or not. They're dead. Okay, let me get this.
Friendo.
Where'd your sibling go? Ow. Pissed. Go lay down.
Adventure begins with me at Disney on Ice presents Dare to Dream.
Great seats still available. Tickets start at $22. Playing at Moda Center this Thursday through Sunday. For additional show details, visit DisneyOnIce.com today.
My nephew James showed me videos from the Dr. Phil show of people being scammed like myself.
You scammed me out of $211,000, and if I could get my ass to find you, I'd kill you.
I've seen several episodes that involve catfishing, and all the red flags came up speaking to my aunt, and she would not listen. I heard Dr. Phil say perception is reality, and if you're them, my aunt may not be able to come back from that. It's so depressing when I can show her all these clips of all these people that are walking through her shoes, and she doesn't acknowledge it. It's a sense of hopelessness that I've never experienced before, knowing that I can't get through to someone.
So you sat down to show her some of these things,
Right.
but she didn't want to.
No, she just brushed it off and saw it more as an entertainment thing. Couldn't grasp that. I'm trying to show you a piece of your life. I'm trying to show you the mistakes you're making. I'm trying to show you that this is how it happens. And she just,
No, I mean, you don't have to, be ignorant or dumb to be scammed by one.
absolutely.
No, listen, it doesn't have anything to do with intelligence. This has to do with emotion.
Right.
That's what gets to people is it's emotion, and it sometimes it does involve an alleged celebrity. Here's a clip that James showed.
I
us
think set up in the back room
featured
now.
another celebrity whose name and image was used in the scheme. It's very brief. Take a look.
My daughters have had a habit of picking up my phone and looking at it and assuming that what they see, they know exactly what they're talking about.
You have different ways.
Were you wanting to do it out here?
No, I can do it in the back room.
Well, I have your personal cell phone number, and it ain't any of the numbers you
That way you can watch
I've got a number
television.
where I really keep it up every time, and it ain't any of the numbers that you.
And I can agree
Okay.
with that, because that wasn't our main, that hasn't been our.
Was
main
it
thing.
respectful when I came in?
Okay, this was a clip of a woman that
Perfect.
truly believed that
They
she had a
didn't see me,
relationship
right?
with Tyler Perry.
No.
And that's in that situation and that resistant, as a professional, what do you see?
Denial.
Right?
What I see is what I see myself, the fact that we don't want to admit that we were scammed, that we were stupid, and we were lonely, whatever.
It's not about being stupid.
Cows,
Here's
whatever.
another clip that Jay showed me, Zan, from a show that aired 3.5 years ago. September 13th of 2013, you meet Chris Olson. Within 3 months, you start sending him money. That's a lot of money. $1,422,252.04.
God, I got lucky.
It's a great way to practice being held back in a
I can sit. Business.
new episode of CBS next Monday. Don't miss Magnum PI, CBS Next. This season premiere of Criminal Minds, CBS Wednesday. Previously on Magnum PI.
Robin Masters offered me the job as live-in security consultant as a way to supplement my PI business. I jumped at it. My best friends. Take a hell of a team. That's Rick. If you want something on the island, Rick is the man to see. Hey, what about me? That's TC. He runs the best helicopter tour business in Hawaii. That's Sebastian Nuzo. The four of us spent some time in the POW camp in Afghanistan. Nuzo saved my life. I can say this. This is Juliet Higgins, former British intelligence MI6. Works here as Robin's property manager. Friends like those come around once in a lifetime. But maybe I'm wrong about that.